This is Eric Posable, another Body Morph Pros exclusive. I'm here with the president of Prime Nutrition and Blackstone Labs, good friend of mine, PJ Braun, here at the 2015 IFBB Mr. Olympia Expo. How you doing, buddy? Long day?
Very long day. I'm exhausted. Yesterday was the busiest that I've ever seen it, and my guys that are here for the first time, they were like, "Oh, is today the bad day?" And I was like, "No, tomorrow's the bad day." So it's cool though. It's an honor to be a part of something like this.
Now, see, I was just talking to Tasha, and you've been on both sides of the industry. You were a competitor. You did the expo, walking around. Now you're on the other side, where you're actually running this stuff, and you know the craziness from the other side of the booth, so you can appreciate. Everyone knew if you were around the industry, you knew you didn't go to this place on Saturday because it was fucking nuts.
Yeah, and it used to be like this was the show that everybody used to say, "Oh, it's so much better, so much better than the Arnold. You don't have to worry about it," and it's actually as bad as the Arnold now. So
it's twice the size, and it's like 3 times the people in here.
But I'd say that it's a testament to how popular the sport has got, because everybody that's here is specifically here for bodybuilding, where the Arnold, there's all kinds of other stuff going on.
Ballet and fencing and face painting.
Yeah, face painting, of course.
So let's talk a little bit. Did you get to see any of the show last night?
I saw nothing.
Okay. Yeah, I assume you're so busy.
Pictures, and I never go by pictures.
Yeah,
so.
it's garbage. Well, you've been around long enough to know better.
Yeah. Everybody's saying that Phil was a little off, and that Roden was outstanding, and that Wolf was great, but Phil will still win. Yeah. Which sounds about right.
That's that. So you just under the whole show. Even
there you go.
Although Dex looked awesome.
Dexter always looks awesome. I love Dexter. I mean, he gets a little outmasked, of course, but he's the only one that can like match Phil in those back shots.
Sean really loses those back shots.
Yeah.
He's really shallow in the back.
And then everybody gives Dennis a hard time about the low lats and the calves, of course. He's a monster. I mean,
look at that at 45, I'll be fine.
Well, to me, it was really bummed out not having Kai, because the real show would have been Phil and Kai. No disrespect to the other people, of course.
I feel like that rivalry.
Yeah.
Every kind of generation of bodybuilders had a rivalry. You had Ronnie and Jay for a long time, and then you come into Phil and Kai, and then not having them there really feels like there was a void.
Yeah, and I know that I'm sure the fans were really sad about that, but hopefully next year Kai will be back and they'll be battling about it. So.
Yeah, you've heard a lot of stuff. You never really know what happens, but hopefully he's all right. Hopefully he'll be able to come back. And
he's definitely all right. I know a little bit about what he's doing.
I heard a little bit too.
Yeah, he's doing great. I don't want to say speak for Kai. Right. He obviously has a company, Dynamic Muscle, that just launched, and myself and Aaron Singerman are acting as consultants to him. So we've helped put him in negotiations with all the right business people, and really for international stuff, people scream for Kai, man. Like, it's basically like, what do we have to do to get Kai? What do we have to do to get Kai? Like, my phone is like
huge following
non-stop. I've never seen anything like it. So from a business perspective, he's great. From a bodybuilding perspective, all of us fans can't wait to see him come back, Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about what you got going on, because you guys are blowing up. You went from like a year ago trying to make the top 100 on supplement lists, and now you're like up for supplement of the year, the new supplement of the year.
Yeah, well, we started Blackstone 3.5 years ago. We started Prime about almost 2 years ago. September will be our 2-year anniversary. And it took us about a year to get on bodybuilding.com with Prime. Started out number 417. I think we're inside the top 40 now. We got
like 34 something.
Yeah, we got 2 nominations this year, which is really cool. Best new brand, best product for Intra MD, which was designed by John Meadows. We've got some new cool stuff coming out, the Intra MD Lite, which is an awesome product for a lot of people that were dieting. That were like, oh, I don't want to have the carbs, but I wanted to try John Meadows' product. Well, now we have it without the carbs. So it's been real exciting. It's been fast. It's like nonstop. I think that's just, when you own your own business, you never really stop. But it's been amazing. Yeah. So
it's cool because I've watched you guys. I know there was a lot of issues when you guys first branched off what you were going to do and starting the company, and to watch you grow exponentially over the years, it's been exciting, because I knew you when you were a bodybuilder.
Yeah, well, thank you. I mean, I knew you when you were a bodybuilder. Now you're out interviewing
I wasn't really a bodybuilder. I just competed.
No, well, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. It's every day I wake up and I think, like, man, I'm doing something that I really, really love. Like, I wasn't good enough to go and compete with these guys, but I'm so happy about my role in the industry. I love the industry, and I'm very involved. I get to sponsor all these great athletes. There's one of them right here, Stefan Ho, Olympia competitor. So, I like the idea of bringing these great athletes on and having them represent me, kind of living vicariously through them. It's really cool. So
it feels like you almost kind of are living on still through them. And I was talking to Tasha, and I told her, I said, it's got to be great working with you guys, because you understand what they're going through, and you can appreciate it from the other side now. It's like when a promoter used to compete, and understand what it's like to be backstage, and like, let me get him some water, let me get him some food.
Mm-hmm. And we're really cool to our athletes, and I don't want to just sit here patting myself on the back about it, the athletes are like, man, you guys do so much for us because I lived it for so long. I like them to be treated a certain way.
Right.
So.
And then you guys signed Cody Montgomery.
Yes, the youngest.
That was a steal, right?
Youngest Mr. USA ever. We actually
youngest winner of the pro card.
Yeah, he came down 7 weeks before USA's for this big photo shoot that we did, and he posed for me in the morning. And I called Aaron when I was going home. It's like, Cody's going to win USA's. And he goes, we got to restructure his contract. And so we restructured his contract right there, actually.
Smartly.
So, yeah.
We're going to go ahead and give you a little bit longer term.
No, we take care of him, though. But yeah, we did give him a longer term. So
I was just giving him a hard time over there. And he said he really enjoys working with you guys.
Good. He's a really good kid. Very, very mature for his age.
It was funny because I talked to Sergio Oliva. And I said, we were talking about the USA. I said, well, what do you think? He goes, well, I'm okay losing to Blair. Blair's been around a long, long time, whatever. And I said, yeah, and then there was Cody. And he goes, that was Cody's show.
Yeah.
He's like, and I'm okay with that. Like, that was his thing. And he's like, I'm good moving on to the next one.
He's really, really just very well developed already. It's not like people are like, oh, that kid's huge. I'm like, it's not really that he's huge. He's big, of course. I mean, me and you have seen some huge-ass guys. But he's just got so much maturity and separation already. So
the muscle bellies are there.
If he does it smart and slow the right way, he can have a very long and successful career.
I think being a white guy, not to sound racist, but being a white guy, the idea is just he's so young, keep that waist tight.
Yes.
Because everything else will be fine.
Yeah, and like everybody holds on to like Branch. I don't want to get into like a disrespectful talk or anything like that. But, he's like, Branch is like the white guy, And Cody's lines are so much different. He's got a really, really pleasing physique. So there's a lot that can be done with that. I gave him 2 really good pieces of advice. Number 1, I said, go really, really slow. Take your time. Number 2, I said, please pull out or wear condoms now that all these girls are going to be around you all the time.
Exactly.
Best advice I could give him.
Unless you're married. Yeah, because it's, you've seen him coming up, the Trey Brewer syndrome, where they went too much too fast, and they kind of just blew out of their physique.
Yeah.
And in Branch's defense, yes, he's gotten a little wide through the waist, but the guy trains just so heavy, and he won't stop.
Yeah.
And it's like with Cody, he's got muscle. Like, he doesn't need to train that crazy. He's only 20 years old, right?
He seems really smart with his training. You can tell he squeezes everything, feels everything. So there's no reason to change anything that he's doing. So
give him a year or two. I mean, this guy's going to be someone people are going to be talking about at a high level.
People ask me, they're like, do you think that Cody could compete at the Olympia this year? And I'm like, listen, I think it would be a bad idea for him to compete at this year. He's only won. Why rush it and like hurt your legacy like that? Even if he waits 2 years, he'll still be 22.
Well, look at what Dallas McCarver did. Dallas came out, took some time, and while he's not going to be in the top 5 or anything tonight, he kind of put a stake like, hey, I'm coming. And like, he looked good. I mean, he was a little off with the conditioning, but I mean, he was.
Yeah, well, I mean, you remember when Evan won nationals, and then he didn't compete for like 2 years, and everybody gave him a hard time. But then he came and won his first 2 shows.
Right.
So
yeah, maybe he knew what he was doing.
That's what I suggested to him. So we'll see who he listens to. So.
The old dog and the young dog, right? The old line and the new line. Well, hey, man, we'll let you get going. I know you're super busy.
Much, man.
Here at the 2015 IFBB Mr. Olympia Expo with the man himself, PJ Braun. And this has been Eric Sable, another Body More Pros exclusive.